Welcome to the Intercourse Show. I'm your host, Mr. B. Today we have a very exciting show for you. We are discussing another Kevin Samuels interview where he interviews a young lady. I think she's in her 30s, mid 30s, and they addressed some relationships that didn't work. Unfortunately, she wasted time with some guys, and unfortunately, now she's older and she hasn't been married and she's pursuing marriage. The question is, why waste your time in a relationship that you know is going nowhere? So Kevin Samuels attempts to counsel her to hopefully get answers to that question. Let's go ahead and cue this video up and get right to it.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Do you have YouTube or something on in the background?
No.
Okay. What do you have for me?
Hi, my name is Angelica, and I was calling in to see how I could increase my value. I am 36 years old, and I don't have any children.
Okay. Is the TV on?
Yes, it's on in the other room.
Oh, okay. All right. You might want to close the door.
Oh, yeah, I have the door closed, but I can turn it down.
Yeah, it's loud.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Do you have YouTube or something on in the background? Okay. What do you have? All right.
Hello?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back.
Whose house you at?
I'm at my house.
Oh, what's all that noise?
My nieces and nephews came over to visit.
Okay. All right. 36, no children. What part of the country do you live in? Northeast, southwest?
Kansas.
Yeah. Right in the middle.
Midwest?
Yeah, Midwest, right up by Oklahoma. So increase your value. All right, let's talk about it. What do you want out of life? Do you want to be married? Do you want to be a mother? What is it? Because that's really going to determine what kind of value you're going to need.
I would like to be married. I wouldn't mind being a stepmom and maybe having one or two children additional.
You don't want to have your own children?
I would like to have one or two, yes.
Why?
But I know that
why one or two?
Men my age most likely have children too, so I wouldn't mind being a stepmom as well.
Okay. So how long have you known you want to be married?
I would say at least about the last 10 years.
10 years? So that would put you around 25
or probably longer.
So, okay. So what's the longest relationship you've ever had?
5 years.
How long ago was that?
It was probably about 5 years ago.
So you were 30 or 31 when you ended the relationship, and you were 25 or so when you started it?
Actually, I was about 19 when I started the relationship and ended about 25, 26.
Yeah, that math doesn't work. You said you're 36?
No, 25. From 19 to 25.
You said you're how old? You're old.
I'm 36 now.
Okay, 36 now. So if you said the last relationship you had was about 5 years ago, and it was 5 years long.
Well, no, that was the longest relationship. My last relationship was about 6 months ago.
Okay. All right. So your 5-year relationship was between ages what and what?
19 to 25, 26.
And how old was he?
He was about 2 years older than me.
About 2 years.
2 to 3 years older.
5 years. You've been with somebody 5 years. You don't know how old they are? Don't play with me.
Well, it's been a minute.
Don't play with me. It won't end well because you're already off on the math. So
Okay.
I'm a little, my antennas are up.
Okay, I understand.
So he was older than you.
Yes.
Who ended the relationship?
I did, but I ended the relationship because he was cheating.
Uh-huh. In what year?
Mainly he got caught the last year that we were together.
Uh-huh. So why didn't y'all get married in the previous 4?
We were working on our careers. The plan was for us to get married. I had already picked out the ring I wanted, and then
slow it down. You said the plans were for you to get married. You had already picked out the ring you wanted?
Well, he asked me to look at rings that I would like to give him an idea.
I understand.
And then I had showed him the ring that I liked.
Did he do that? And what year did he do that?
That was the last year we're together. So year 5.
The year he cheated?
Yes.
But what about the other 1, 2, 3, 4 years, the other 4 Thanksgivings, the other 4 Christmases, the other 4 birthdays, the other 4 Valentine's days, the other 4 4th of Julys? All those years, why didn't y'all get married when nothing was going wrong?
I would say we were on and off, and I was in school. And
Stop.
I don't know.
Stop. You said you had a 5-year relationship. The implication was me and this man are 5 years together, monogamous. Now you're saying on and off. All right. Your story's not making sense, ma'am. It's starting to have holes in it. When I get holes, my spidey senses start tingling. And I don't like to be lied to. Just tell me the truth.
Okay. So we were together on and off for 5 years. The last, I would say, 2 years we were together. Seriously, we moved in together.
And why didn't you get married before moving in?
I thought that would be the next step before getting married.
You go to college?
Yes.
Did you graduate from college?
I have a certification.
That's a yes or no?
No.
Okay. But you know what marriage is, ma'am. You were like 23 and you were off and on with this guy. So you're taking it to the next level. So why not swing by the courthouse and get married before you cohabit?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I was seeing other people do it and I thought it would be fine and that we would get married after that.
So you guys lived together for 2 years.
Yes.
And and you caught him cheating the last year.
Yes.
And was it at the beginning of the 5th year, the middle of the 5th year, the end of the 5th year? When was it?
It was towards the end of the 5th year.
All right. So what I'm hearing, ma'am, is you never put any kind of requirements on anything. You're just kind of living footloose, fancy free, and hoping the best happens.
Yes.
All right. That's not how it happened, because the next question I'm going to ask you are going to be even tougher. Because if you had a 5-year relationship and it was this janky, I mean, start, stop, break up, this, move in, cheat, da, da, da. I'm like, I don't understand why black people don't just, hey, we're together for a year and some change, get married and move to French toast on. But here we are. The last relationship, you said the last person you dated was what, 6 months ago?
Yes.
How long did y'all date?
For a year.
All right. So, and what about the person before that?
It was probably maybe a year and a half. The person before that.
Okay. So you said you're 36 years old. And the last relationship was last relationship you had, you said 5 years ago. That's what you said. And
yeah, I was thinking,
I know what I heard.
Yes.
Chat room confirm it. 36. The last relationship you had was 5 years ago. They would have put you about 31 years old. You said that lasted for 5 years, so that meant it would have started around 24, 25, or 26. Then you said, well, no, that's not what happened. What really happened was it wasn't 25 or 26. It started at 19 and it was over at 25 or 26. But then that makes the rest of your story not make sense because you just said you haven't had a relationship for 5 years. Now you're telling me you had a relationship for a year and then 18 months in this 5 years. Ma'am.
Okay.
No.
I'm sorry.
No. You're lying.
No.
Yes. See, the truth is simple. It's easy to remember. You don't have to tell me a guy was about 2 years older. What is it you're trying to do?
Okay. Well, me explaining my relationship past, I thought you said what was my longest relationship. And I jumped the gun because
No, but ma'am, I asked you very simple, logical questions. The truth is the easiest to remember. If people in the chat room got it, I got it. You're off. And the thing is, what is it you're trying to achieve? You want to get married?
Yes.
All right. Who ended the last relationship that was over 6 months ago that was for a year? Who ended that?
He did.
Who ended the relationship that was 18 months ago? 18 months.
I did.
Why?
Because we weren't spending a lot of time together.
Were you guys in the same city?
Yes.
Okay. How much time do you need to spend with somebody at 18 months into a relationship? Why didn't you guys get serious or take it to the next level?
I don't know.
Did he ask you to be his girlfriend?
That's what I was trying to do.
Did he ask you to be his girlfriend?
Yes. Yes.
So how often do you guys see one another?
Like once or twice a week, and then it started dwindling down.
Whoa. Once or twice a week? That ain't enough.
Well, initially when we started dating, we were seeing,
Yeah, I mean, okay. Initially, when you started dating, you were doing what?
We're seeing each other once or twice a week and talking often, but that time started dwindling down where we were only seeing each other like once a week, and then our communication started dwindling down as well. Like we weren't talking every day; it would start being every other day.
Okay, so you got a history of start and stopping awkward kind of relationships, ma'am. Real talk. At the age you should have been at, over 30, you had an 18-month relationship. Seeing somebody once or twice a week should be plenty. You shouldn't be dating somebody for 18 months. It sounds to me like you don't do really well in relationships. If I had to ask the guys you dated, what would they tell me being with you is like?
Well, I have been listening to you for a while, and I did ask my ex that I was with for 5 years. I asked him about that earlier this week, and he said that I was the best relationship that he had, and he hasn't found a love like we had since we've been together. I have been trying to talk to some of my exes to find out.
So you were the best relationship he had, but he cheated on you.
Yes.
And then you broke up with him. Did he apologize? Yes or no?
I'm not for sure. Not initially when I found out, no.
If you're with a man for 5 years and he cheats on you, you know whether or not he apologized. You're not for sure. Was it rampant? Was it one time?
I had suspicions that he had done it other times.
No, I don't give a doggone about your suspicions.
Okay, so as you can see, the conversation's not going very well. It's hard to get any straight answers out of this lady. He's asking her questions, and she's kind of giving responses that does not align with what she said prior. Typically when that's happening, and that happens a lot with different types of women, typically when that happens, I think it's fair to assume that the person's not being honest. And maybe she's not being honest because there was no real relationship. I think it seems like she might have had a situationship with a guy. It was never official, but he's asking questions assuming that the relationship was actually official between her and the guy. If you knew somebody at 19 and y'all was dealing with each other until you were 26, that's 7 years. Now, 7 years of dealing with each other, but you only count that relationship of you being in an official relationship with the person of 5 years. And then she also said it was on and off. That means within that span of time, you guys was just kind of hooking up, and maybe you dealt with each other for a little bit, then you meet someone else, you both date other people, then you come back to each other, right? And now he's asking questions as if this was actually her man, and she's guesstimating because it's likely this wasn't her man, that there was no actual commitment on the part of the man to actually claim her as his girl, because the story is just not lining up. The fact that she's so indecisive about what the answer is for some of these things is really alarming. But also, you would think that by 35, a person who's serious and who really wanted a relationship would be a bit more intentional about how she managed her time and who she gave her time to. If you're dating someone and you feel like that person is wasting your time, why do you continue to tolerate or to give that person your time? If you already know, well, we tried this the first time around, a year in, 2 years in, 3 years in, it's gone nowhere. Why would I continue to recycle that relationship? I call that the recyclables. You know what I'm saying? You're recycling a relationship with somebody that you know is going nowhere. And it's probably likely that if the person has already staked a claim and claimed you after this many time, he don't have no real intentions to deal with you. So really, you're wasting your time in a relationship with someone who has no real intention for you, right? And shouldn't your time be worth more than that? That's the bigger question that I don't think a lot of women give thought to. Let's see what else Kevin has to say to her about this.
How many times do you document he cheated?
I would say, I think one other time when we were in the on and off phase. That
doesn't count, man. We were on and off. It doesn't count.
Okay. Well, so then just once.
Stop. So you were with a man for 5 years that argued, and you never saw anybody else during that time?
No.
You never had sex with anybody else during that time?
No.
All right. Well, you can't if we're not on you can't claim nothing. He cheated on you one time and he apologized. Did you try to let him fix it, or did you just leave?
I tried to let him fix it because we were still living together because we couldn't break the lease. But
all right, ma'am, I'm not hearing relationship skills. Okay? Straight up. I'm not hearing relationship skills. Because you were with somebody for 5 years and he cheated, you need to figure out why, because that's not normal. Somebody just cheats in the 5th year, especially they looking at rings and want to be with you. There's all kind of things that are missing here. Then the next guy you're with for 18 months, and what do you say? You broke up with him because you weren't seeing each other enough. I'm like, all right, ma'am. Dating is going to be difficult if you don't give. If you gotta. It doesn't sound like you have a problem getting with a guy, but it doesn't sound like you're with anybody that you really want to be with.
I want to be with all the guys I work with.
All right, then the guy that cheated on you and you were with him for 5 years, why didn't you give him a chance to fix it?
We tried to date a couple of times after we had split up, but
but your heart wasn't in it. You just really hadn't forgiven him.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. Well, see, and stuff happens in relationships. And this is going to hurt. But far too many of our sisters want men to be perfect. And you're not perfect. And that was your longest relationship. He put up with you for that long, too. Remember that. He put up with your stuff, too. So if you left a 5 year and a year and a half, all right. But at 36, you, have you ever had a man propose to you? Drop the one knee,
No.
produce. All right. All right. So, do you want to marry a black man? Does it matter what color he is?
I would like to marry a black man.
What's your height?
5'4",
Dress size?
size 12.
You know what's coming next, right?
My weight?
Yeah. Why?
I would say I stopped taking care of myself and working out on a regular basis.
Okay, but I gotta ask you. On your way to 40, how much do you weigh?
193.
You seen this broadcast?
Yes.
So what would I normally say right about now?
I need to lose weight.
Okay. What else would I say?
That Black women have an issue with weight and that we need to take care of our.
I'm asking about what I normally say about what I say about the person who's had relationships, but you can't maintain them. And then you've allowed yourself to get to this position. See, now you're giving yourself a reason for why your relationships don't work. Because if they don't work, you got a convenient excuse. I'm in Kansas. There are no black men. I'm in my mid-30s and I'm overweight. And the reality, here's the thing, man. You tell men what you think they deserve by your appearance and your attitude.
Yes.
So I don't really know many guys, especially guys that, middle class, solid dudes who want a woman who's almost 200 pounds. That's just the hard reality.
I can accept that. And I said I can accept that, and I'm starting to work on my weight loss.
When was the last time you were a healthy weight? I.e., last time you were 125 pounds.
I would say
remember, I'm a calculator.
High school? Yeah, high school. It was high school.
All right. And due respect, let me say to move you to the side because I don't want to be personal. Black women, this is a dadgum shame. You cannot give black men an unhealthy weight and expect them to treat it as it's valuable. You want wife. You want things. And see, what I'm hearing in your relationship is you were with the guy in your first relationship, but you were already getting up in weight. And men, just reality, sisters haven't want to look at this as your weight has increased, your marital status has gone down, and so is keeping a relationship. Men are not attracted to that. So, I mean, did you start? Okay. So, and I know women be like, well, that's not fair, and you should love us anyway, but that's not how men work. And if you know you haven't been a healthy weight since high school, what year? Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior?
I would say my senior year.
All right, so that's almost 20 years ago. Why, ma'am? Why have you looked? This is going to hurt a little bit. So I got to ask, You know the things I'm saying are accurate.
Yes.
Why have you allowed this to go on for almost 2 decades? Have you had any therapy?
No.
Okay. I think you need some because you know what I'm saying is accurate.
Yes.
I mean, and see, this is what it becomes untenable for a lot of women. They get upset with me when I say, if you can't get your weight underweight, you're not going to get a husband. And
I can accept that.
I say, I know, but see, the thing is, you can accept it at 36 years old, but 20 years from now, when it really sinks in, see, you still got your nieces and you still got life in your house. You got nieces, and do you have any pets?
No pets.
All right. How often do you get your nieces? How often they come? How often do they come over?
They come often, probably 2 or 3 times a week.
Right. And where's their father?
He's at work. He works out of town.
Are these your sister's kids or your brother's kids?
They're my sister's kids.
She married to their father?
Yes.
All right. So he's out. What's she doing?
Oh, she works as well. She's a hairstylist.
So you're keeping their kids when she goes to work and he's out of town?
Sometimes, it's not often, or they just like to come over and visit as well.
Okay. All right. I get it. And see, this is a trap. See, my aunts were a lot like this. They had me that they saw often during the week and my cousins. So it filled the void of their children until they got to a point to where they, in your position, they were aging out. And there was no more options left. Man, if you want to give a shot at getting this on this track, you need to get into some therapy, understand why. I just think therapy is a good idea. A clean bill of health. Was your dad in your life?
Not really.
All right. There got to be issues there. But you're going to have to invest in a personal trainer and make a commitment to approach losing weight and getting fit like your life depended on it. It's not something you can just choose to do slowly. I'm going to read a book or two. No, you need to approach this like everything depends on it, because if you don't, how many times have you heard my show when I got women who are in their 40s, 50s? I spoke about a lady in her 50s who's this grows on, man, and you'll be over 200 pounds here shortly.
Yes.
And you'll look back and say, I had 100% control over my weight. And my weight, that's my option. So this was a long call, but, anytime that the truth is hard to get to and women are being deceptive, is because you're trying to hide something. And you want help, but you don't want it to sting.
Mm-hmm.
But what I used to tell my people when I was teaching cycle classes, look, turn up the tension, climb the hill, and people would pretend like they turned up the tension, but I could see their butt bobbling on the seat when they was pedaling real fast. I was like, if you were really turned up the tension, you'd be grinding like this, not. And I couldn't go and turn the knob myself. I said, okay, but here's the thing. You got to see you naked getting out of the shower. And then I would get women to turn up the tension because they remember what they look like naked getting out of the shower.
Mm-hmm.
You got to ask yourself, would you find that appealing as a man?
I would say it's not bad, but there's better out there.
Okay. Well, at 5'4", 5 foot how tall? 4'7", 4?
5'4".
5'4". You weigh more than the average man. The average man weighs 168 pounds. So the whole "it's not bad" thing is a problem.
Okay.
I mean, I try to say it as nice as possible, but you're still protecting. It's not bad. Yes, ma'am, it's really bad. Just because there's worth just shows you how bad this is in the Black community. A man who was your height would be morbidly obese. Would you agree?
I would agree.
All right. So we can't say it's not that bad, because when we do that, it takes away the sense of urgency. I mean, I know it's not easy to hear, but you're not on camera. I'm not going to put you on camera. I don't want to see you. I haven't said your name.
Okay.
But you gotta own this, ma'am. Like your life depends on it, because you're 36. You still have some choices. But in about 7 years, 5 to 7 years, you're not going to have any choices. You're going to have a whole lot more life and no choices. I'm talking to you and any other woman, 35 plus, 35 to 37. You still have choices. But once you cross 40, those choices fall through the ground, and they are directly proportional to your weight.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye.
Okay, that was Kevin Samuels really discussing with this young lady some of the reasons maybe why she has not gotten married. It took a while for him to kind of unpack that her weight has been a little bit of an issue since, she was in high school or something of the likes. And it is a possibility that maybe that was causing the man that she was dating with to step out and to cheat. Can't say that's the case for sure, but it is a possibility. Yeah, I mean, this is a sensitive topic for a lot of ladies. I mean, I think weight is something that can fluctuate, and with women, it's a little different. Women are hormonal, and there's different phases of life for them. And when you're younger and your body's operating optimally, it is easier for you to keep weight off. But as you age, it becomes harder. But at the core is the discipline that you have. Do you have the discipline to go to the gym? Do you have the discipline to change your diet, to change when you eat, to fast? Do you have the discipline to mind your calories? Do you have the discipline to know when to walk away from the table? And do you have the discipline to maybe refrain from eating certain foods? And to make sure that you stay on a regimen to keep your body at the optimum weight. Why I think it's a little harder, it seems like her weight has been an issue since she was in high school. And I don't think she's ever saw fit to address the weight problem then. So she's become accustomed to this weight, which means that she's more naturally comfortable being this size than she would be maybe if she worked to reduce her weight. Now, the question goes back to who you are as a person and whether or not you desire that for yourself. To me, addressing the weight issue is a bigger thing. I don't want to make it just about the aesthetics, just about you being appealing to men. I do want to make it about the quality of life you can be living, right? If you're overweight, there's a higher probability of having health issues, that blood pressure and all these things become out of whack, and it creates more problems in your health than it does than when you are fit, when your body is running optimally. So to me, as a person who's sensitive to that, I would definitely encourage women to, you know, change the reasons why you do things. I wouldn't tell you to get in shape so that more men would be likely to marry you. That's not it. Even though men like a fit woman, I don't think that that's the reason why you should motivate yourself to get in shape. I think you have to do that for yourself. You know, you can only love someone the way you love yourself. And if you don't love yourself enough to present yourself in the best possible form, then we got to address that first, because, you know, the healthier you are, the longer life you live, the more energy you have, the more productive you can be, and the more opportunities you open up for yourself. So, you know, to people who are struggling with their weight, I would definitely encourage them just to rethink about your reason why. Let your reason why be a better quality of life for yourself. You know, I got to work to keep the weight off. We all do, right? It's a decision you have to make, but you also have to just establish the discipline in order to keep the weight off and to walk away from certain types of food. So, you know, that's something we all got to deal with. But she seemed like a very sweet lady. I take nothing away from her. Very, very beautiful lady in the face. She may have a few extra pounds, and maybe that's contributing to why she feels like she doesn't deserve a better quality person, because she feels like somebody would have to potentially settle for her, right? And so she's willing to settle for someone who's not bringing their best forward because maybe she doesn't feel like she's giving her best. I don't know. I'm speculating. But I would definitely say you build your confidence when you are in shape. You attract new types of men that may have more intention for you. You just open up more doors and more opportunities. So that being said, I thank you guys for joining me for this particular show. I ask that you weigh in. Definitely like and subscribe if you're not already connected to the show. Let me know what you think. Are you in agreement with what was said? Are you not in agreement? Definitely connect with me and weigh in. Leave a comment. And again, until we speak again, God bless you. And, until we talk again. Later.